One two one two one two one two. What's the podcast? 1 2 1 2. What's the podcast? We are back, episode 122. DJ Jerome Baker the third. I'm in the building. Obviously, we're here as a squad. Shout out to our guy. Always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie, aka Analog Eddie, aka
iPhone Eddie,
not
Microsoft Eddie,
not Microsoft Eddie,
not Microsoft.
And Don't Charge Abdul.
What's up?
Do remember episode 122 was a podcast. You can always check us out, whatsapodcast.live for our archive. You can also check out youtube.com/whatsapodcast. We're there somewhere. Just find us, follow us.
Subscribe, rate, comment, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying?
Bong,
you know the vibes. Tell your mother about us.
Episode 122. We are in the middle of summer here in DC. It is hot. DC was actually the hottest place in the country outside of the Southwest. So, like, it's supposed to be hot in Vegas, Arizona, New Mexico, etc. Parts of California. But outside of those particular areas, DC was the hottest place in the country.
You mean just for this week? Because Portland hit like 115.
Nah, that was
past few days.
That was a couple weeks ago, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying today.
For like today.
This
I'm
week.
saying like today,
okay.
yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Yes, yesterday, today, tomorrow. DC is kind of stuck in the 90s.
It was hot as shit. That shit felt like an oven out there.
I didn't leave the house all day. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing about it is that
it's too hot outside.
It needs to rain, and there's no rain in the forecast. And
I don't like the rain.
But it rained like all last week, off and on.
But what they're saying though is this is what climate change is going to feel like all the time, because the air isn't being it's not evaporating into anything, so it just sits in a thick sort of
atmosphere.
nasty.
That's what it feels like. You walk outside and it's instant sweat.
Sticky. Yeah.
I mean,
it's like
I went and picked up Bella at 9:30 this morning, and I was like, "Yo, we got to hurry back home about it." And she lives 6 minutes from me. Her mother's house 6 minutes from me. I had a full-on sweat. You thought I ran a marathon. And then I went for a walk just now, 7:45, and I could tell people were waiting because the streets were packed. The streets were absolutely flooded with people, you know what I'm saying, getting their outside activity.
Abdul's still getting the miles in, running in the morning and shit.
I had taken off a few days because I was, my wife was out of town, so I had the kids. But, luckily she came back, so I went back out there this morning. There's no way I can do it. I can do it during the day, man. It's virtually impossible. I did it last summer, but this summer, I'm shocked that I was able to pull it off last year. But some of my friends my man G-Rock, who's in town, shout out to him and shout out to theshoegame.com. He goes running at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, will knock out 8-9 miles.
That's crazy.
He's wilding.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, do you run with water? He's like, nah. And I'm like, damn.
He's crazy.
I'd be dead.
That's like next level shit right there.
Yeah, he's on some superhero Wakanda shit. Shout out to him.
For sure.
Real. He's African for real.
He's African American, but yeah, you're right. He is African.
He's tapped
you're right.
a little deeper, you know.
Listen, he's African.
He's not so watered down.
We are all African.
Ain't no
Shout out to him.
Right.
But
Black owned. Let's go.
Obviously, what's a podcast? We're here, episode 122.
Yeah.
Besides the weather, DC is just like I said. We're in the middle of summer. We're also a month. It's been approximately 1 month since DC reopened. DC technically opened on June 11th. It's now July 13th.
July 13th, yeah.
The streets are popping, man. I just started a new Monday in Silver Spring.
Oh, at Society?
At Society. No.
Okay.
No. Caldies.
Where's that, around the corner?
Right around the corner.
Right.
You can hit a rock from one to the
other.
Okay.
Georgia Avenue?
Right off Georgia and some other street. Right before you get to Society.
It's there in the vicinity.
You can tell Jerome's not the promoter.
Well, Jerome also doesn't drive, so he doesn't.
He's like,
drive.
He's like, yo, Uber, take me there.
I'm the DJ. I'll tell you where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, if it looks like a club, I'm gonna be like, I think this is it, and then you know what I'm gonna ask the manager, this spot. All right, cool. And
I'm Jerome Baker the third.
Yeah. So Caldies Social House. There's one in Virginia and there's one in Silver Spring, Maryland. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is all Afro beats, and the security guard was telling me how happy he was to have a non-Afro beats party in there because he was like, it's the same people, same DJs, same sort of just experience Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I came in there last night and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play everything, like literally Spanish, reggae, Afro beats, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it.
What's the crowd like in there?
Everybody, some of everybody. It's an interesting. I haven't been over there.
An eclectic mix, huh?
Yeah, I haven't been over there since 06.
I never partied in downtown Silver Spring ever once.
Low-key, I used to live over there, right? I lived over there for like a year.
So you had no choice.
With an ex-girlfriend. Yeah. So it's different over there now. It's definitely built up a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm lying. I used to go to this reggae spot that used to be right by the train station. There was a Jamaican restaurant out there, and they used to have some late night shits over there. But it was like on the super late night, like the after hours joint. So you go there like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was still popping. They still have those type of spots, man. At least up until a few years ago, there was a joint in not Tacoma Park, Langley Park. That was a super late night joint. That was a dance hall crowd, and with a mix of like some Spanish people in there. But then they also got the Spanish joints out in Langley Park that go on. They start at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I believe we're making a Mana appearance very soon.
What's that?
Mana, the Dominican spot, Mana.
Oh, in Langley Park?
I believe we're making an appearance soon.
Oh, let's do it.
Abdul's gonna be smoking hookah.
I'm gonna be smoking hookah and eating. What am I gonna be eating? Some fucking some spaghetti.
Tres leche.
Tres leche.
Tres leche. Yo, Mangu. Tres leche is fucking delicious. One of the fucking most delicious things in the whole planet.
Oh, you're not lying.
I feel the heart attack coming on me as soon as I take a bite.
Of course. That's why I said it.
And you can't help it.
I'm like, oh shit, my arteries are getting clogged. Give me another bite.
But it tastes so good.
It's delicious.
But so we're gonna keep the streets notified on our Mana experience.
We're gonna have a meet and greet over there. Let's do it.
Let's get to the
3:30 a.m. meet and greet.
Jerome's gonna be meeting and greeting. Me and you gonna be playing the cut.
I'm ready to meet and greet too. Let's do it.
Speaking of meet and greeting active, by the time you hear this, you will have missed, or if you live in DC and hopefully you can come out, second edition of Darling Nikki. You know what I'm saying? It's looking real good.
Yes. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, we've got
episode 2.
Episode 2. We've got some things planned for tomorrow night that are really gonna take the party to the top.
For those that don't know, Darling Nikki is Jerome Baker's bi-weekly or twice a month party, right?
Twice a month.
Every few Wednesdays at Capo in Washington, D.C. So if you're around, listen, just follow Darling Nikki on Instagram or follow Jerome Baker III and get some updates. It's a super fly party. The first one was really dope. Next episode is tomorrow. Our podcast comes out on Thursday, so you guys are gonna miss it. But hopefully you already know about it. Come through. We're gonna have a meet and greet there too, right? Let's do it. Meet and greet tomorrow.
Yeah, if we get there early, we can get the meet and greet popping. You know what I'm saying? I think we're
autograph signing.
So tomorrow's gonna crack. Like, knock on wood. Hopefully the Suns win and then it'll crack.
The Suns win. It's over.
Nah, it's over.
No, okay.
The Suns win, not the. But
it's what 2-1, right? Or 3-1?
Yeah, 2-1.
It's 2-1.
We've lined up some things to make the party going to be really special tomorrow. It should be a great time.
Let's go.
And I think if I can get with Pierre this week, we may be shooting another video next week.
Oh, am I casted? Am I casted in this one?
I gotta see what their schedule looks like.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I have the concept. The concept it's been formulating for about a week now. So I just need to get with Pierre and we just got to work some things out. But
District Dodger, listen to me. I'm ready. I'm gonna get you all an Emmy. What's the version for like club promotional videos? What's that called? It's not an Emmy. It's something else.
A whammy? I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't know if I want a whammy. You one.
We're gonna get you one.
We're gonna get something. We're gonna create our own award. But I'm gonna provide an award-winning performance though.
So
believe
like
that.
I said, if we can if I can get with those guys this week, man, I'm gonna try to make it happen. So I gotta apply a little pressure on them. But
yeah, let's do it. District Dodger.
So,
I know you're listening. Let's go.
Episode 122 was a podcast. It is also very tight to know that here in Washington, D.C., the City Open, I believe, starts July 31st. If you're not hip, City Open is a tennis tournament that takes place at the Carter Barron.
Yes.
The Carter Barron is basically
historic tennis tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Carter Barron is basically how can I put this? It is a meeting point. It's like a what's a good description of the Carter Barron? It's a tennis stadium, but the entire land has a performance venue, like an outside, like a
which is now closed. The amphitheater.
They closed it for good, or just?
Well, it's been closed for the last 10, 12 years at least.
Well, yeah.
But it used to be like they used to have like Marvin Gaye perform there. Like,
it used to be thumping in the summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
but
used
also
to have like Shakespeare plays and all kinds of like weird shit too. But like on top of that, artists perform there as well.
Yeah. So the Carter Barron is the tennis, and then there's outside tennis courts where you can find DC's tennis elite practicing on a consistent basis.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
and I know.
And then there's fields that surround the Carter Barron as well, where you can find DC's
elite Spanish and Ethiopian crews clashing in football.
Soccer players who are getting it popping all the time. So basically, here's what it looks like, people. Right, the people who actually live in the neighborhood, they take up like the Saturday morning fields, right?
Yeah,
with their little kids, little Jimmy and Bobby. And as soon as their games are over, here comes Rasul and you know what I'm saying, Rodrigo and the whole crew.
Ephraim.
Rico. And yo, it's incredible.
Garcia.
It's incredible though.
It's incredible, yeah.
It also goes from like a very sort of like, oh, you know, my house is $2.2 million, like we drive this at the, to like a full-on Spanish quinceañera outside. You know what I'm saying?
Like you can like a barbecue.
You can smell the adobo, even though they don't use adobo anymore. They're boycotting adobo, right? But you can
they didn't boycott it.
They didn't boycott it. So
we boycotted it.
You could, you see like, you see like the little girls wearing like a dress and Tim boots. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very like authentic experience at the.
Be careful because your daughter's gonna have a quinceañera.
But she is not gonna do that. Trust.
She's not gonna do it at Carter Barron.
No. But
I love it though. I love it.
Safe to say, if the Carter Barron to me is actually one of the. It's like one of the keys to the city, man, because the experiences, you see people learn how to drive out there.
Yeah.
There are people, there's church service.
I taught my kid how to ride a bike out there.
Yeah. So there's church service in the woods, you know, like that wooded part. That's near the state.
Yeah.
I used to ride my bike every Sunday morning. I see people like having church service in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you know, they got the new activity out there now. They actually teach boxing. So you can learn how to box and fight.
In the parking lot, right?
At Carter Barron?
No, now in the grass. You know they have the pull-up bars and all that.
Yeah.
Right by the tennis court. Now they got a coach. He set up shop.
So I think he also was setting up shop last.
He was doing this during the pandemic. Yeah.
Last fall in the parking lot though. So basically, the Carter Barron.
I've seen the dude with free weights in the parking lot.
That's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy has free weights. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he literally has like he pulls out a bench out of his trunk or some shit and has free weights.
If you go to the Carter Barron on a Sunday morning about 9 a.m., you'll be there till about 2 a.m. Right? You can learn how to box. You can do free weights. You can
learn how to ride a bike. You can learn how to drive.
It's your one-stop shop for culture.
For everything.
Tennis,
soccer. I mean, and they get it's competitive out there. The games are serious.
The soccer's elite.
If the Ethiopians are clashing with the Spanish dudes, man, it goes down. And don't let the West Africans show up, because when they come through, everybody's in trouble. Because
trust me,
they win the soccer games.
They don't want no smoke with the Spanish people.
No. Listen, I watched the games. But the African dudes are just way too powerful. They're bigger, they're stronger.
Yeah,
the Spanish guys are a little bit
faster.
Yeah, and the Spanish dudes are they're little, but they move so fast, man. It's crazy.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez. Shout out to them.
They have a low center of gravity.
Are we gonna get canceled for this episode?
It's just good.
No.
Are we on the verge of getting canceled?
No, I think we good.
Oh, okay. Eddie's good. Eddie said we're good. He's the Spanish representative of the team. And he said we're good. But yeah, you're right. You can do everything. Homeboy got the free weights out there. You can literally get a good
That's
workout.
bananas.
No, he's serious. And then you got boxing, and then you got tennis. So back to the City Open.
So at this point, we're back to the city. So this is before you've even
basically,
entered.
Jerome wants to know if anybody has a plug.
You haven't even entered the actual tennis stadium yet. You've got this entire experience, right? Boom.
Yeah.
Nadal will be there. So I've always wanted to go to the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And
Me
last year I was hell bent on going. I was ready, and then obviously COVID shut that down.
Right.
This year I just don't know what's going to look like because my daughter's birthday is like always around the same time as U.S. Open. But and I don't know what they're going to do in terms of attendance. But with Carter Barron being 2 miles from my crib, I just kind of want to check it out with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go.
So I'm very excited about it too, Rome. I've gone, well, with the exception of last year, I've gone for the last like 6 years. I've gone with my family. I've taken my kids. Well, one kid. I don't think my youngest one has gone yet, but I'm excited for this year too, man. Francis Tiafoe, who is a local tennis legend. Now he's close to GOAT status, man. Maybe in this city, in this area, he might be the greatest tennis player we've had out of here. Sierra Leonean born from Sierra Leonean parents, grew up in Hyattsville, grew up in the tennis camps at Carter Barron, developed his skills there. His older brother was my daughter's tennis coach at Carter Barron.
Wow.
So he did really good at Wimbledon, knocked out the number 3 ranked player in the world. I forget his name. But anyway, he's going to be at Carter Barron in this tournament this year. Serena Williams has played in past years. I don't know if she's going to be there this year, but listen, every year I go, I mean, there's always the Australian dude, the black Australian dude. I forget his name. He was paired up with Serena Williams at Wimbledon. Did y'all know who I'm talking about?
I don't.
Nah.
He's a light-skinned black dude, but he's from Australia. Very, very good tennis player. I should look him up. But anyway, I'll say his name after I search for it. But he played there 2 years ago. I watched him play. Let me see what his name is. But either way, Carter Barron, this City Open is a great tournament, man. I'm excited about it.
We're looking forward to it. I know we talked about obviously a lot of the experiences that you could have at the Carter Barron, and they're also cycling. So I was riding my bike through the Carter Barron down into Rock Creek Park. We spoke about that a little bit last episode. And so with everything going on,
Nick Kyrgios is his name.
Nick Kyrgios. Okay. Yeah. One of the bigger experiences you can have at the Carter Barron is soccer. Now many of us, I will say, let me not group everybody. But many of us were experiencing the soccer match of this past weekend, in which you had England play France for, I believe it was the Euro Cup.
Oh, play Italy in the finals.
Italy.
Yes,
Italy in the finals of the Euro Cup. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So leading up to it, and Abdul, you're the resident football soccer dude, so you know what I mean. But there is a young man by the name of Raheem Sterling.
Yep.
Jamaican born. He plays on the English team.
Yes.
And he really put them in a position to
make it to the finals.
To get to the finals, right?
Yeah.
Boom. I believe in the final game, England scored first. Italy then scored, they call it the equalizing goal. For the non-basketball fan, for the basketball fans out here, called the equalizer, right?
Yeah.
And then went into, I believe there's 10 minutes overtime?
30 minutes.
30 minutes of overtime, and then it went to penalty kicks, right?
Yeah. 2 15-minute halves in overtime.
So with the penalty kicks, I believe there were 3 black players who did not
for England
who did not convert their kicks, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And thus leading Italy to victory.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, as a result of the 3 black players not converting their kicks, the English racism hit ungodly levels. Like
Ungodly.
it's
crazy.
been there. It's been there. But this was like a whole new level. So there's a player by the name of Marcus Rashford.
Yes.
Marcus Rashford spent a lot of time over the pandemic campaigning for, and we talked about it on the podcast. He was campaigning for quality meals for children, I believe, in his town in England,
Yeah.
who were like disadvantaged. He wanted the poor kids
Well,
to
yeah.
get.
Also the government had taken away all their food rights because schools were no longer open. So all that stuff, all that funding for meals that were given to kids was taken away.
So he
So there were kids
campaigned.
starving.
He
Well, he gave
campaigned
up his own
heavily.
dough too. Yeah.
Yeah, but he
He paid
campaigned
for all of it.
heavily. He campaigned heavily, really for the entire country of England. Honestly, not just
Yeah.
one particular. And it caught the wind of
Across the world.
across the world, every major
Yeah.
news outlet. He was getting donations, and I believe the government ended up.
They had to bring that program back because they caught so much flack about it.
Yeah, they did. So
The power of change, man. And this, mind you, at that time, I think he might have been like 22 years old. He's like 23 now.
yeah,
So if you in the larger scope of things, he's still a very, very young kid, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a
But
kid.
he's a kid. But yeah, so he was one of the penalty takers. Go ahead, bro. What were you saying?
so I just know that there's a mural in the town that he initially kicked off his campaign to kind of defeat this child hunger,
Yep.
and it was vandalized.
Yeah.
And it was vandalized, but it was very quickly covered up with many positive. We'll actually use that for the cover of this week's podcast so people get it. But it was covered up by many positive notes and like hearts and love. And at first, they just covered the area that was vandalized, and it actually spread throughout the entire mural.
Mhm.
And you could kind of only see like his eye, like from his nose up was the only part that was left free.
Damn.
But man, it was an incredible outpouring. There was a lot of positives. If you look at his Instagram, it's all positive messages
Yeah.
for people who are like, "Hey, man, you helped us get this far. You have nothing to be ashamed about." And so, it's just good to see people supporting at a time when it was so ugly. You know what I mean?
And it got ugly. I mean the British media has always found a way to portray black athletes in England and throughout Europe in a very negative manner. It's nasty the way they do it. I mean, America is racist, but what the media does out there is so nasty.
Like blatant.
They're blatant about it, and I don't know if I've seen that sort of nastiness out here, and maybe I'm just missing it, but or I don't listen to or read enough news coverage or watch news coverage enough to see it, but I feel like what they do out there is next level, man. But
well, let's not.
But you know what? You're right. It probably happens the same way with like NFL players, and I don't follow the NFL, so So I think the N word is thrown around all the time with white fans, to black players. I'm sure that happens.
Well, we're going to speak about it in three ways, right? So number one, it's not just for athletes because let's be honest and let's see
Right.
look what they did. Let's look what they did to Meghan Markle. Right,
Yeah.
she had to legitimately leave the country.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
Shout out to the dude Harry for even stepping up and sort of being like, "It's my wife. I don't
Yeah.
rock with y'all. I don't want to be a part of the monarchy anymore.
Yeah, I don't
I'd
even want to
rather-
be associated with y'all.
Yeah, I don't even want to be associated with y'all because y'all shit on my wife, and she's only half black. You know what I'm
And
saying?
shit on
So
his baby, like shit on his baby.
Yeah.
thinking a baby would be crazy and stuff like that. Number two, the sports people out here, they only go so far, I think, because they realize they really need the athletes a lot.
Yeah.
You need, like, you have the stars out here are kind of otherworldly, but they still aren't to the level of like a Ronaldo, right? Ronaldo, when he took the Coke bottle off of the stand at the media thing, you
Yeah,
guys see that?
yeah,
He
yeah.
cost him $4 billion.
Easily, I love it.
No, that was the actual cost, was $4 billion, and then every other athlete started
Did
to
the
take it
same
off.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the British media at the same time, nobody's run up on one of them. Like you gotta run up on somebody and make somebody feel. You gotta apply some pressure.
Somebody gotta get fucked up.
Exactly. And until somebody applies some pressure, they're gonna keep doing this. I think the soccer world has consistently said that they want to execute measures to try to curb racism in sport.
It's bullshit. It's all talk.
The only way that you curb racism in sport is it comes with money or money lost or opportunity lost. So let's say England were to play Italy, but if England's fans were like, first of all, the English fans broke into the stadium before the game.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna play, bro. Y'all telling me the stadium to open until 11. It's 6 in the morning and y'all can't wait? What the fuck are y'all doing? Like,
they're crazy though. They're crazy.
Well, those were people with no tickets. They just bombarded. They bum rushed the stadium.
In general, though, that type of behavior is just like it's so insane. And I know they had this whole campaign about it's finally coming home. It's finally it didn't come home, fam. Like
not only that, it was only coming home to the white people.
Of course,
because now you showed us how you really feel about the black players on your national team, and that you know what. I didn't really give a fuck about who was going to win this game. But one thing I did not want, and I was rooting for Italy, was because of Britain and their history of colonialism and ruining countries, taking over Africa, ruining that whole continent, giving up Palestine to Israel. Like all these things, like I'm like, your government is so fucked up. And you guys come from such a racist place that there's no way in hell I'm gonna root for you guys. And
I mean, that's where all the that's where all the racist people in this country originate from.
I mean, if you look at their effect on the world, like Abdul's saying, I mean, just with slavery, from times of slavery and times before that, it's never been a great place. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like motherfuckers be like, man, I want to go to London. London this and that. I'm like, I'm sure the people of London are great, but a lot of times when I see people who go in there, it's people of color who are making London an excellent place to visit. They've got an incredible, you know what I'm saying, like the dance hall scene and the Jamaicans and all that, and the people from the Middle East. All those people in Africa. And that's not to say white people aren't great in London, but shit, every time I see it, they're participating in something.
No, the diversity is great over there.
Is the reason, right?
The official food of England is curry, is Indian food. That's the official food.
That tells you enough right there. I was just about to say, we just talked about it last week. Nobody wants to eat fucking Swedish meatballs.
Nah, nobody wants to eat sausage and fucking beans.
Every time you used to hear about London, you used to hear about how bad the food was in England. Right?
They give you like baked beans with fucking Franks.
I'm good.
Right. Nah, but I'm just saying though, when you think about who that food is native to, you understand. So then you understand when you go to all these places. When you go to all these places in the official food, or you hear about all these things, you're like, oh, that's from a person of color, from a culture of color. You know what I'm saying? So shame on the English media. Shame on anybody English who does not stick up for or stick up against racism. You know what I'm saying? Stick up for people of color. People of color should be valued for more than their sporting achievements and sporting contributions. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we need to highlight that and continue to highlight that and fight this. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I was just going to add on to that, man. I mean, these were also young kids, man. I mean, Bakary Sako, who plays for my squad, Arsenal, is 19 years old, man.
They're babies, man.
He's a kid. Sancho, who plays he plays for the German club Dortmund, he's like 20 or 21 years old. Marcus Rashford is the oldest one out of them, 22 or 23 years old.
He's 22.
These guys,
he's the oldest one.
Yo, Sako is a baby. You look at his face and he looks like a little kid. He's 10 years older than my daughter.
Right.
Like, that's not a whole lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, it just goes to show you how these countries really don't respect people coming from other places, man. And I honestly, I really wish there were just more players that were just like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm gonna go play for my own native,
they should just boycott the whole club.
All of these guys are Sako, I believe his family's from Mali, West Africa. Sancho, I might be wrong, but I think he's Trini. And Rashford, I think, is West Indian, Jamaican or something by ethnicity. Go play for your own country.
So
make your team better.
So
bring up your own people.
So, oh man, we might have lost you. Eddie.
We lost Eddie.
He's back. He's here. He's back.
Yeah. If there's any audio issues with this episode, let's just blame Silent Tom. Tom Lim 202 is him on Instagram. Just blow him up. Pause.
Eddie, you good?
You back?
He's working it out. Okay.
All right, he'll come back. What were you saying, Ro?
So now to your point. In the world of basketball, there's been the Olympic exhibition games going on.
Nigeria. We got to talk about that.
Team USA was lost to Nigeria.
Yes, Niger boy them.
And Team Nigeria, and America lost to Australia.
Wait, again? After losing to Nigeria?
Yes. Now,
what is going on?
Because here, I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
A lot of the players on both Nigeria and Australia play in the NBA, but said, I'm going to go home and play for my home team. To the point where they were good enough to beat the American teams. And Australia has always had
they've had a history of players coming into the league, right?
But their players always go back and play for Australia.
Okay.
Always. And Nigeria had, I think, three or four players went back to
play for their native country.
They beat the States. And you know what was the saddest part about it was Stephen A. Smith, who is like the star of ESPN.
Yes.
His sort of internalized racism against his own people came out. He was talking so much.
What did he say?
He was talking crazy shit about the Nigerians. He was dismissing their accomplishment, their victory, and just really was very, very mean and vile and just disgusting.
That's fucked up.
Saying? To see a Black American do that against Africans was just
These are your own people. Self-hate.
People. And what he also made some disparaging comments against
Asians, right?
Well, there's a baseball player. His name's Otani, and he's a top pitcher, top slugger, top dude. One of the top dudes in the baseball right now.
And he's African or Asian?
No, he's Asian.
Okay,
he killed it. Stephen A. Smith came out and said a bunch of disparaging things against him. The only blowback that Stephen A. Smith got was because what he said against the Asian, nothing against the Africans. So it goes to show that you can disrespect Black athletes all the time.
Yeah, and Africans as much as you want with nothing.
But as soon as you disrespect somebody else, you get the feedback. And so he ended up apologizing to both, and he ended up sort of understanding the error in his ways. But I think
I don't believe it, though.
Of course it's not.
Yeah.
The thing is there's a disconnect, and what the Nigerian and Australian success showed was that we can beat you. And we're not so stuck on proud of coming to play in America. No, we will come here, get the money, and then go back to our home.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. And it was beautiful to watch. It was so incredible to see. And you could tell the American players were kind of just like, we're not really tripping off this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's a podcast?
Yeah. But yeah, that just goes to validate the point that when you go back to your own home country, you're going to make your own people stronger and your own squad better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to play for England. You don't need to play for the United States. You don't need to play for Germany or these new countries that are now giving you residency because of how good you are. Go back to your native country and play for them. And
Correct.
Then you don't even have to deal with white people talking all this shit. I mean, they're still going to say what they're going to say. But at the end of the day, like, how much can they really say? You know what I'm saying?
I think they're going to direct their anger at the Black athletes on the USA who disappointed them. You didn't represent America. So there's a player on the American team. His name is Bam Adebayo. Bam is 100% Nigerian.
Yeah, that's a Nigerian name, Adebayo. Yes.
After the game, they lost to Nigeria. A lot of times you see players, they don't really. He took a picture with all the dudes on the Nigerian team.
Of course.
He's
yeah.
like, these are my people.
These are my brothers.
Yeah, for sure. So, listen, man, it is what it is right now. It's just an awakening of sorts across the world. The
Things are
thing,
happening, man. I can feel the change. The change is in the air, Rome.
Yeah, I think
can
we're
feel
also
it.
seeing the change, and
It's like a worldwide change going on.
Yeah, it's happening.
So one of the worst things that we're obviously being subject to seeing right now is what's going down in Cuba. Cuba has been basically under an American sort of, just like America's had these sanctions against Cuba for a very long time. We're supposed to weaken the people, and we're supposed to kind of just topple the government. But that actually led to Cuba having a higher literacy rate and a higher life expectancy rate than the United States. Right? Cuba, I believe, had the vaccine first.
Yes.
They had the vaccine first.
And I think their vaccine just went like public in the market too now, right? I think so. I think I read something about that a couple of weeks ago.
I'm not sure about that 100%.
Maybe I'm lying.
But so Cuba has had an incredible amount of anti-government protests. 100 people have been arrested or are missing on the island since these protests started Sunday. Again, today is Tuesday. Basically, they said they're being starved to death. Is basically what they're saying. The electricity has been getting cut in the middle of July. Now imagine you're in Cuba in July. It's hot. Journalists are being detained. This is the biggest slap in the face when it comes to this Cuba ordeal. The United States was like, we are in favor of the protesters having rights and like freedom of expression and like don't fuck with the promoters. With the protesters. They should be allowed to speak their mind freely. Where was that same energy in America
Black
last
Lives
summer?
Matter.
When we was outside last summer.
Yeah.
Where was that? And now I understand it's a new regime. I know who was president at the time versus now. But where was the same energy? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cuba, obviously there's a huge Cuban community in Miami. So they've been protesting as well for about a week. They shut down the Palmetto Expressway. The Coast Guard is on super duper alert now.
Yeah.
Because they're basically saying, hey, like don't come to America. Like we are on alert now. We are turning people back. And so, it's keep your eyes and your ears to what's going on in Cuba, man. There's one person actually lost their life in these anti-Cuban protests.
Okay.
Cuban government protests. The Movimiento San Isidro, which advocates for greater artistic expression in Cuba, published a list of activists they had said believed to be detained by authorities. So
and one of them got killed.
One of them was killed. Yes.
Damn.
So, I would just say this, man. Again, it's a reckoning across the world. Like Abdul said, you kind of see what's going on. Obviously, shit, man. We didn't even talk about it. Haiti.
Yeah.
Right? Yo, what the fuck?
The Haitian president was assassinated in his home.
Yeah.
And then like they had like warrants out for like 28 people whose like nationalities is like all over the fucking world.
They hired it was a Florida security firm. Of the 6 people they caught in the States, they were like Spanish, Colombian, and Haitian.
Yeah, Haitian Americans.
Haitian Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I understand, and listen, I am not for the assassination of anybody. But from what I understand,
not everybody.
Well, okay, yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a few people that
let's get it. Let's keep it funky.
There's a
few people that can go.
We'll keep it funky for sure.
There's a few people that can go.
I don't know.
No hesitation.
I don't know the role he played in making Haiti what it was. Because what it's turning into is going to be, we don't know. We're not sure. But I don't know if he was a good dude or a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? I would love.
I asked that same question to a whole lot of Haitian friends of mine, and they all had the same answer. They were like, he was kind of down the middle. He did some fucked up things, and then he also did some things that were kind of okay. What's so crazy is that when he
was just a politician.
Well, he doesn't come from a politician background. His family owned like a banana plantation, and he was the previous administration, the previous president was like, yo, you should run and you will win. He kind of handpicked him. And when he ran, out of the whole Haitian population, there was only an 18% turnout for voting. And he won with only either 60,000 or 600,000 votes. That was it. And he won. So he already knew that majority of the Haitian population did not really bang with him. So, but what he came in,
but they also didn't vote either.
They didn't vote, right?
Right.
But he kind of made it on some sort of technicality, and there was a lot of rumors behind that he had fixed the election. Anyway, they did like a whole year's worth of investigation. Finally, they were like, it was a fair election. He's the new president. His term was set to expire in February, and he's like, nah, fam, I'm here for another year. For some reason. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm here for another year. Because I think his reasoning was, you guys investigated me. It's like a 5-year term. And when he came in 2016, his 5-year term was set to expire in 2021, which would have been this year. Yeah. But because they did a whole year worth of investigation, he never took office till 2017. So he's like, nah, fam, my 5 years is over next year. So I'm here for another year. And during this time, he was rewriting the whole constitution of Haiti with like no input from anyone else. He's like, fuck it, I'm rewriting the whole shit.
Dog life.
But the way they got him out is so crazy. It can only have been like an inside job, because 50 dudes rolled up in like SUVs and all kinds of shit, and they were able to attack and come in through the presidential compound without anybody shooting at them. There was not a single shot taken at the opposition. It was like they just
when they come in deep like that, what are you going to do? You're just like,
well, he has a whole military in his compound, bro. Like nobody's going to get a shot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They let him have it.
They opened up the gates. They were just like, yo, the dudes came in. They were like, DEA, and they let him in. And they assassinated the dude. They shot him in the eye. They shot him in the chest. They tortured him, and then they killed him.
Damn.
And I think his wife also died. I think
she didn't die. She caught a bullet.
Oh, she survived?
She caught a bullet and was being treated.
I could have sworn I saw that she ended up dying, but I hope you're right. She got medevac to Miami, and I hope you're right. I hope she made it. And then his daughter and his son were able to escape somehow. They hid in the brother's room. He got taken out, man. It's crazy that this could happen to a sitting president of a country.
That's it's ridiculous.
Well, I think here's the thing about it. Like, unfortunately, there's casualties of war. You know what I'm saying? And the unfortunate part about Haiti is the poorest country in the Americas.
Yes.
Right. We understand what the French did to them.
We got to blame France for that. Yes.
Listen,
yep.
I'm 100%.
Yep.
Another reason why I would never really want to support fuck
niggas. France.
Yeah, they'd be like, I want to go to Paris and fashion week.
Yeah,
man,
fuck the government of France.
Fuck all that.
Yeah.
You know
I'm sure the people there are great, but the government, fuck y'all.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like France.
I also love Paris, by the way.
I just
Paris has got a fire.
I think France just did them so dirty. I mean, I think they stopped paying reparations in
1947.
Yeah, so I mean that's what, 70 years ago.
Like, we have our parents. My parents were alive.
My parents,
were
just being born. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, nevertheless, the instability of that is just it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
I want to see Haiti win. I really.
Me too.
They get shitted on for way too many wrong reasons.
They're so fucked up over there.
Oh, let me tell y'all this. So boom,
I'm
DJing Friday night. Ozio's popping. I got the shit rocking. It's cool. You get a couple requests all night. I got you.
Yeah.
Dude runs up on me. Dude says, yo, man, can you do me a favor? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, can you play me a song? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what you want to hear? He's like, yo, my president just got assassinated. And I said, what? And I was like, he's like, bro, my president just got assassinated. I'm Haitian. And I was like, oh shit. And because I'm like, yo,
you got to let it run up for him, man.
People will go many lengths to get a song played. They will say anything. Yo, if you play this, I promise it's gonna go crazy. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But he said that. I was like, bro, what you want to hear? He was like, anything from the Caribbean. And I was just so taken aback. I was just like, bro, like, it just really.
What'd you play?
Michelle Montano. That's how you say that?
Michelle
Montano. I had like 5 of his joints on deck. I just rang them off real quick.
He lets it go off.
Then I just jumped in some of the Afro beats, some of the reggae, and before I played the song, as I'm like trying to process it, I look over and dude was with 4 other people, and they're looking at me with like, is he gonna play it? Like, what did he say? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like they had hope in their eyes, and I was like, man, I can't be a dickhead this time.
Nah,
like,
the president just died.
That would have been bad for my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I rang them off, and like they went crazy. And when they were leaving out, they were thumbs up and really excited. I was like, man, y'all going through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But episode 122, we obviously started just talking about soccer, and now we're talking about
Haiti. Shout out to all our Haitian friends, man. Sac passe.
Now listen. Right now we're going straight champion speak. Episode 122, straight champion speak. You know what I'm saying? Zaila Avant Garde.
Yo, her name alone. Avant Garde, son.
Avant Garde.
Well,
come on.
Well, the dad.
She was
destined
for greatness. What?
The dad changed their last name.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, the last
name. Because he knew they were destined for greatness.
He knew. Like, he literally said, like, yo, I knew she was gonna be a star like 3 or 4 years old, so I changed her name. So first of all, right?
She's a genius.
Let's
get that out the way.
We're gonna get to that though, right? So basically, she won the spelling bee off the word Maria. Yeah, which I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Never.
You know
I don't even care.
But
I don't know how to spell it.
I was like, Bella, let's watch this real quick. We watched like 8 interviews in a row with the girl, right?
Yeah.
Basically, her social media became exposed as a result of her winning, and she is a legit 110% genius. Yeah. Right? She basically said that she won the spelling bee because she was bored. Right? She was just like, I just want to break. If you see her basketball video, she has 3 Guinness Book of World Records because she dribbled so many basketballs in a row.
Juggling and dribbling.
I don't know if y'all seen the videos.
It's unbelievable what she's able to do with a basketball, bro.
She's on like the 1-wheel bicycle.
Yeah.
Dribbling like
a unicycle.
She's on a unicycle, dribbling and riding.
With 6
basketballs. Yeah.
Shit is incredible.
It's incredible, bro. You got to watch this shit.
Yo, her handle, like the way she plays ball. And then she's like, basketball's cool. She's like, it's kind of my side hustle. She's like, I want to go work at NASA. Like, that's what she wants to do.
Yo, have you seen what she does with math? Have you seen? Yo, she can divide 5-digit numbers by 2 or 3 numbers, 2-digit numbers in her head. So you can be like, yo, what's 35,452 divided by 79? Boom. She knows it.
Gets it done. And she said that
it's amazing.
She said, I can't explain it to you. The way she said it,
you guys are idiots.
Because she basically was like, you guys are so dumb. You guys are
you can't comprehend.
You're not on my level.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it when I explain it to you. So I'm just not going to tell you.
No, I'm not going to tell you. And don't tell me. Yeah. Don't give it up. Keep that sauce to yourself.
People that do get it, they get it.
Yeah.
Dog, she is a legit genius. All the props in the world to Zaila.
She's gonna be our daughter's new role model.
Yo,
right,
props to her dad and her parents.
Her parents, man. Listen, they gave her that name for a reason. Harvey, Louisiana, stand up. Come on.
No doubt.
She was at the ESPYs, which is the ESPN's,
ESPN Emmys, right?
Emmys.
Yeah. I saw a picture with her and Jesus Nice from the Bodega Boys.
She was the one person that everybody wanted to see and take pictures with.
It brought tears to my eyes. Watch it. She's like a little baby, bro.
She took so many pictures.
Yeah.
And they said there was a line of celebrities to take pictures with her. And they said she got overwhelmed for a minute and couldn't understand why they all wanted to take pictures with her. Because the things she does are so normal to her that it's not this cause for celebration. It's just like, oh yeah, like I won the spelling bee, like I can dribble 6 basketballs at once. Then they showed the video of her playing against other girls her age.
She was killing them.
It's almost like her innocence of like not even knowing why people want to take pictures where it's like even more beautiful than anything. You know what I mean? Because like She doesn't even know how big it, and like how much of an impact she has on everybody.
Bro,
Yo, some of these things that she holds a record for, I don't even think NBA players can do it. She holds a record for one, the most basketball dribbled at once, 6.
Yo, no NBA players can ride a fucking unicycle. Let's just get that out the way.
She holds a record for the most basketball bounces, 307 in 30 seconds. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Bro,
that's crazy.
307 in 30 seconds. And then on top of that, she's a math genius.
And a spelling bee champ.
And a spelling bee champ, which she did just because she was like, yo, I'm bored.
Out of boredom.
It's Friday. I'm going to go win the spelling bee real quick. But we should say the first black winner before her, well, no, the first black winner of her spelling bee, period, it seems like was Jody Ann Maxwell, a 12-year-old from Jamaica who won the National Spelling Bee in 1998. Shout out Jamaica. Big up.
So Zaila was the first African-American that won.
Well, no, she's the first African-American that won this spelling bee.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, well, forget what the name of this one is, but apparently they have different ones. Scripps. This one is called Scripps.
This is Scripps Howard one. Yeah, this is a big deal though.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Scripps Howard is big money. They give out
they're all
money.
a big deal. They're all a big deal.
She won 50 grand.
But Scripps Howard supports journalism across, like when Hampton got a new journalism building, it's the Scripps Howard building. You know what I'm saying? Like they donated that much money. So
that's fire.
Yeah,
she hopes Scripps will inspire other African Americans to get into competitive spelling. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
So in the same respect, shout out to the athletes who made money, but I believe there is a lot of athletes are trying to offload some homes that they invested money in. They're doing a lot. So LeBron's Brentwood estate is up for sale. Shaquille's Orlando mansion is up for sale.
Let me see. I think I have here what Shaquille wants for his crib. I think he wants like 16,000.
16,000, 16 million.
16 million.
Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, it's probably a whole fucking compound.
Oh yeah, no, it's $16.5 million. It's 31,000 square foot. He bought it in.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a steal for what you really get.
But this guy LeBron apparently owns cribs all across. He owns mansions all across Brentwood. This crib that he's selling, he paid $21 million for it. He's now selling it for $20.5 million, and he never even set foot in it. Yeah. Michael Jordan's crib, the one we saw when we were younger, the one with 23 on the gate. We used to see it. That shit is up for sale, $14.9 million.
That shit's been up for sale.
56,000 square feet.
Yeah.
I mean, should we cop one of these? Who should we cop? Serena Williams has a villa that's up for sale in Beverly Hills. Mariano Rivera has a place that he's selling for $4 million in Rye, New York, which is like right by Westchester and all that. Sorry, by Yonkers. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of cribs up for sale that we need to cop. I think we should grab these and we'll Airbnb them out. And we might make it kill it. I wish I could cop Michael Jordan's crib. I think he's probably the athlete that I'm most closely tied to, as you know, from being a kid. He would be the one whose house I'd want.
Except for you don't want to live in like Illinois.
I definitely don't. This is kind of like in the city, though. It's not like in the suburbs. Highland Park, which is
it's right outside.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. It's like in the city limits, I think. So, having Michael Jordan's crib. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
that would be
good
insane.
on it, but we'll see.
Shit probably needs some updating.
Yeah. So
I'd rather fuck with LeBron's new crib.
That's true.
Episode 122. There is a national chicken wing shortage. I'm not sure if you guys were aware of that. So much so that Wingstop is now being called Thigh Stop because all they're selling is thighs. You can't you can't get wings anymore.
How does Rick Ross feel about that?
He bought the domain Thigh Stop. He's the one pushing the Thigh Stop. He got commercials.
Listen, hey, he's smart.
Hey,
so
no doubt.
Popeyes is buying up all the chicken, because they're about to debut nuggets, right? And you don't really go to the Popeyes for wings anyway. And technically, you can get Popeyes nuggets at the one in Columbia Heights. You just got to go on the right day. Like it's so.
You're saying they're already selling nuggets?
It's like a neighborhood thing. Like it's not a big advertisement. Like they write it on the door. Like,
I see.
10 nuggets for $2 type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
I feel like they're overdue, man. They should have been had nuggets. Like this was something they were missing already.
I mean, Popeyes is kind of they don't really lose. Like Popeyes don't lose. Like and they're killing it.
I love Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes is like a once a month celebration for Belle and I, and it's a beautiful thing, man. So you got to go to your neighborhood Popeyes and see what's good. The ones in DC, particularly the ones in Columbia Heights and the one on 14th Street.
Yeah.
It's their own world in there. Like shit goes down.
That's no lie.
But if you kind of get in there and handle your business, especially if you can speak Spanish, you can finesse the ladies. They always give you extra chicken. They don't give a fuck.
There's the Popeyes on Georgia Avenue too. That joint is lit.
But that parking lot sucks. That parking
lot.
Yeah,
you just got to park on the street.
It's a little further up.
Nah, they got a little parking lot in there.
Yeah, but the drive-through takes up half the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
But the one in Columbia Heights, though, if you speak Spanish, you can win in there. I promise you can win. And the one on 14th Street, you just got to avoid the crackheads and the bums over there. Them niggas is real over there. But
on 14th Street?
It's a little iffy over there. Episode 122 was a podcast. Something else that is very iffy and something you should avoid is Bill Cosby's Instagram account.
Yo, have you seen this Instagram? It's a little bit.
I'm about to look right now.
First of all, I came across it and
is that his real Instagram?
I thought it was a joke. I was like, yo, this. First, it's not verified, so you don't see a blue check on the account, but everything in here looks like it really is his actual account. I mean, and he's like, I just got a fresh cut for my birthday dinner tonight. In the words of James Brown, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Like, what are these captions?
Yeah.
It's like a little bit disturbing, man. Like
he's a creeper, dude.
He does not need an Instagram account. Like, look at this picture. What is he doing, Bill? Bill, what are you doing?
He's wild.
I don't know about that. I don't co-sign this part of the podcast, people. It's all good.
Yeah, nah. I think somebody should take the control away from him on this, man. Honestly.
It's probably not him.
No, this all seems like it is.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. This might have seemed like does this sound like we were supporting the Bill Cosby account?
We're not.
Because we're not. We want to make that very clear. Yeah, we want to make it very clear. He's still a rapist. He got off on a technicality, and yeah, we don't bang with him. So
in much sadder yet better news, today is the 50th birthday of MF Doom. Rest in peace, Doom.
Rest in peace,
R.I.P. Doom.
Still listen to Doom's music every day. You know what I'm saying? Him, Jay Dilla. I listen to the same show all the time. It's pretty awesome.
Me too.
And just it's been awesome to see the outpouring. Obviously, we just learned about his passing in December, even though he passed away on Halloween, supposedly Halloween of 2020. We found out about the passing on December 31st.
Yes.
I know a friend of ours, Mitch, Money Mitch, who works at the shop with us, is a huge Doom fan.
Is he really?
Oh man, he's a huge Doom. And
you don't see that with kids in his age bracket, really.
Yeah, Mitch about 26, 27. But in the shop, I play Doom. Mitch and I used to work together.
Right.
Just him and I would be in the shop. I used to play Doom all day just because that's my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one day he was like, "Yo, Rome," he's like, "I fuck with Doom super heavy." Like, he's the one that told me Doom passed away. I could tell through his text when he texted me, he was hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt, you know what I'm saying? So it's always beautiful to see that. So I'm trying to get, being that he passed away on Halloween, I'm trying to see if my daughter will dress up as MF Doom for Halloween. Gangster.
Oh, Abdul's gonna do that.
I know, he just stole my idea.
Listen, we're gonna solid time. Edit that part out. Edit that part out, because
Abdul's gonna have like the Zev Love X Doom, and then
all I'm saying is this:
We're gonna have them
credit.
in SB Dunks, MF Dooms.
Just give me credit. Just tag me and Bella in the caption. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a great idea. No, I'm not gonna steal that idea. My wife said I'm not allowed to dress the kids as men anymore, which
That's
is
understandable.
It's kind of a hater move a little bit.
Not really fun. Where's the fun?
Come on.
Like,
what are we doing?
Yeah, but what about like what do they want? What do they? How about what dress up like what they want to be?
Well, they do that as well.
Oh, so that's just for the gram.
Well, it's not for the gram. They go to multiple parties, bro. Like,
okay.
They dress up for school. They go to parties before Halloween.
So where do they wear?
Before.
Where do they wear the fits that you put them up into? Like when they was like big and puff and like. That's like for trick or treating. I think they went around the neighborhood
like during the day. Yeah,
that's fine.
They went trick or treating around the neighborhood during the day, and then at night they went to an actual Halloween party with my wife's aunt, who takes them to a Halloween party that's in the neighborhood, but it's at somebody's house. And then they dressed as something else over there. And then when we used to go to the White House, they would dress up as something else on that. Like they went as the first 2 female black astronauts who went into space when we went to the White House, and with the names on the back and all that. Like, yo, there's multiple outfits. Why can't you just let me have one?
That's a fact.
But whatever, it is what it is.
Episode 122 is a podcast. My bad. The phones are blowing up for tomorrow. It's looking good. It's looking good for tomorrow. So basically, somebody paid $121,000 for some Scarrs Air Force Ones.
Yo,
it's fucking incredible.
Fucking incredible.
So basically,
why would you?
First of all, what country of origin did this buyer come from?
It's definitely like a white dude from New York. Definitely.
No,
I think it's a Japanese guy.
It's some Japanese or somebody from the Far East. I think that the auction was done at Sotheby's in conjunction with something to do in Hong Kong, because the bids were all done in Hong Kong dollars.
Yeah, I feel like somebody in New York with that much money could have found them for cheaper than that.
Well, not only that, I mean, you could go on StockX and buy every pair they have for sale on StockX, and it wouldn't total up to, maybe a little bit more than 140,000, but you could buy like 4 pairs at least for like on StockX right now. But
for how much? No. Size 11 Scarrs is $75K.
Now it is.
Now it is.
Yeah.
But
those prices just changed.
This guy fucked the whole market up. Prior to him buying it, it probably was like 2,500.
11 is a size 11 is the most expensive shoe.
Yeah.
No. 11 and a half is $85K.
Yeah. So the kid who sold them, whose pair it was that sold on Sotheby's, how do you say Sotheby's? It doesn't matter.
Sotheby's.
Is a guy that I know. Shout out to PG. That was his pair that sold for $122K.
He got everything.
He had. It was a box with him too, or no?
A box?
Like did the shoes come with the box too?
Yeah. They come with a box.
No, but I'm saying I don't. Sometimes you get the pair. Like remember we saw somebody who found them at
at Burlington.
So
$36
at Marshalls.
He found them at Marshalls for $36 or some shit, right? So I saw that kid's Instagram. PG knows.
Yes.
He also had 3 pair of Paris Dunks, in which he was like, "I'll sell these for a house."
I traded for a house in
Westchester or New Jersey or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, fam,
that's house money. I get it.
That's house money. That's house money. If I can get a house,
that's a nice house money.
Yeah.
Like people, he also is selling another pair of Paris Dunks for $98,000. Price is firm.
Listen, I am a firm. Like I just want to stay in DC for the rest of the time that I got here. I am not trying to but I would move to Virginia if I sell a pair of any of those Scarrs.
Yeah.
Find me in Arlington kicking it. Fuck out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Maybe
the Scarrs Air Force One it's the most expensive Air Force One that's ever been sold. It's kind of just stamped its place into history.
And this is this is as a result of just being virtually impossible to get, though, right? Like the materials aren't necessarily.
I mean, not impossible.
No. The materials are
3 pairs.
I don't. But
the materials aren't to the point of like, it's not like gold flakes on.
No, yes.
That,
you're right.
Nah,
you're right.
It's not like Lamborghini leather.
The quality is way better than any other Air Force One that we've probably seen. It's like bespoke quality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like top materials used. The leather is official. The details on the shoe are better than. It's probably the most detailed Air Force One to date, in my opinion. One of my favorite pairs of sneakers that I own, and one of my favorite pairs of sneakers I've ever seen. Allegedly 48 pairs given to friends and family of Scarrs Pizza in New York City, and designed by DJ Clark Kent, who put it all together with the homies at Scarr and my man Audi and all those guys. And listen, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shoe that's now one pair has sold for almost $122,000. Like, it's unbelievable.
I mean, when you look at the shoe,
congratulations to these guys. Congratulations to Clark Kent. Congratulations to Scarr. Like, their name has now just been solidified in the history of sneakers forever.
Yeah, congratulations to the dude that could pay $120,000 for a pair of white Air Force Ones that's going to be fucked up after you wear them 3 times.
He's never going to wear them, probably.
I'm just saying.
But when you look at the shoe, obviously you've got like, contrasting swooshes. One's navy and one's orange. They have
New York City colors and the color of Scarrs.
Scarrs, right?
Yeah.
You got
it's the color of the flag.
You've got the gum bottom, right? You've got the whatever's written sort of on the back heel.
Yep.
That's the flag.
I don't know. It looks like it's some words though, right?
Oh, on inside of the heel.
Inside the heel. Yeah.
But what Eddie's talking about is the heel tab. Right? The seal of New York is on the heel tab.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at the shoe, right, it's a very nice shoe. I mean,
that's not just the only details. There's a lot more details.
Of course there are, but we have
underneath the tongue. There's the phone number in 3M. There's 3M stitching. Like, it's a lot happening.
We're over an hour, my guy, so we gotta keep it moving. But some of us haven't seen him in person. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Oh, I just got that flyer. Let's go. So yeah,
for Monday night.
No, for tomorrow night.
Okay. Let's go.
We added another layer to the function, B.
All right.
But nevertheless, man, shout out to Scarrs Pizza, everybody involved.
Yes.
Many, many, many friends that I have that both live in New York and travel to New York. It seems like that is the place you stop now.
Yes.
That is one of your stops if you're on the lower east side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get a picture.
Yeah, also the best pizza I've had in New York, man. Like I'll be honest, like it's amazing pizza. And you know what's a sleeper up there? The pizza is banging. But I had the chicken parmesan sandwich. Did I tell you all about that?
I think you said that. I
said that, right? The chicken parmesan sandwich is official too, but the pizza, the beef pepperoni, man, fuck, this shit is fire. Like, for somebody like me with some jalapenos on it, I don't eat pork, and I've always felt like I'm missing out on pepperoni. Nah, they made it official for me, dog.
I don't think you're missing out on pepperoni, because doesn't Clark Kent, he has the beef pepperoni.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So, but pork pepperoni, you're not really missing out on so much. I don't.
Well,
think so.
They said turkey bacon doesn't taste like pig bacon?
Nah. But bacon is what you're missing out on, and I don't eat bacon often. Right. It's not an often thing.
Right, but because it's pork bacon.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you treat yourself to bacon like a few times a year, it's pretty good. Now, I respect your reasons, so I'm not.
Well, I don't eat swine.
Yeah, I get that, but
I'm saying. So you're saying beef pepperoni and pork pepperoni just kind of taste the same.
I'm saying pork sucks overall, but if you eat bacon every now, like once or twice a year, 3 times a year, whatever, that's what makes it good. If you eat bacon every day, you're fucking disgusting. Like, that's your heart's gonna fucking explode.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but are you? Is there a difference in taste between pork pepperoni and beef pepperoni?
I haven't had beef pepperoni.
Oh, you've never had it? Okay.
Probably a little bit, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it has to be.
But I'm hoping I'm going to go to New York in the next 2 weeks, so I will make sure that I stop in.
Yo, I'll go with you. Let's plan a trip.
go,
Let's go for the day.
Hold on. 2 weeks from today, I believe.
I might be down with that, bro.
27. Quick run. I haven't been.
Quick run. I haven't been. I was
been.
supposed to go last week. I was supposed to go 2 weeks ago. It rained on the day I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go last week. That didn't happen. I'm due for a day trip. You know, I like to go in the morning and then drive my ass back late at night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a banger. We're gonna try to get the whole gang together, do a banging quick 3-4 hours, and get right back.
Yeah, let's do it.
I bet we'll make it work. So, what's the podcast episode 122? If you're ready for the greatness that is our day trip to New York, let us know. Eddie, you're off Tuesdays too. Let's make it happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
We should do it.
See if Silent Tom can roll up. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to go though. Nevertheless, Boston Museum Off-White Air Force Ones drop.
The Virgil joints.
There's a lot going on trying to get those.
Yo, you sent that link, and I was like, that shit is like.
I don't know if we should shout out. There might have been some top secret confidential information that we got, but a friend of ours passed over some info on how we could potentially scam the system and grab those, virtually making it look like we're from Boston.
Did you guys try to do that?
I did try. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of downloading things to be done, and
I was like, this is
patches and shit like that. And
I'm good.
But listen, if you're fully committed to doing it, if there's a will, there's a way. There's a way.
Oh
there's a will.
Somebody's getting it done.
Yeah, motherfuckers were doing it. Motherfuckers were doing it and cooking. So, there's a way you can trick your phone to make it look like you're in Boston, and which makes you eligible for the sneakers drop of that shoe.
That's crazy.
It still doesn't guarantee you a pair, but. Now you're in the game. Yeah, you're in the game. But I couldn't get it going. Shout out to everybody that did. Clark Kent, if you can get us some pairs, make a call to Virgil. Please do that. That would be amazing. We will really, really appreciate it. So, listen, the shoe looks good. All yellow. I don't know. I kind of... Between this and the blue one that he did for Chicago, the MCA in Chicago, which ones do you prefer, the blue or the yellow?
I fuck with the blue ones better.
I like the yellow.
You like the yellow? I'm kind of okay. So 3 pairs. There's the black pair he did for the MoMA with the silver swoosh.
Crazy, I love those.
Okay, so now you got 3 pairs you got to pick from: the black, the yellow, or the blue. Who you got?
I'm still going with the yellow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm still going with the blue.
You are?
Yeah.
I might go with the black, bro. Like, might be black, yellow, and then blue. Listen, the yellow ones are fire. Don't get me wrong. I love them.
I just like that Carolina powder blue Air Force One. I had the suede ones back in the day, so I just like that shoe is dope to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I have Virgil's email. We're gonna email him after the show.
Is it virgilablo@gmail?
No.
Virgil.ablo at Gmail.
It's not at Gmail.
Is it
Virgil at
Louis Vuitton?
This is before all of that.
V Ablo?
We'll talk about it off the air. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's email him because I need a pair of them blue ones.
Yeah.
What's his AOL Instant Messenger?
That I never had. We never.
He probably had that. You're being serious. You really have his email?
Yeah, deadass.
Oh, word. Let's
definitely talked
let's
many years ago.
Let's sell that as an NFT. Can we do that?
Yes.
Let's put up his email address as an NFT and sell that shit.
This shit will go through the roof if we put him on blast like that.
Yeah.
Episode 122 was a podcast. We're not gonna fuck up my connects. Speaking of connects, Eddie got the Union 4s.
Ooh. Okay.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Eddie said he wants to sell them.
They're not my, in person, they're not my favorite color. I don't.
You got the what? The taupe? How do you say it? Taupe?
Yeah, taupe.
Okay. Taupe is what? That's the color?
Taupe is like that brown, tan, sandy kind of color.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you got the Union exclusive. That's a pair that's not gonna make it to sneakers or to stores.
Yeah.
I actually prefer the other color as well.
I like
yellow,
the other. I don't
purple. That joint.
Yeah, exclusivity doesn't really mean that much. The other ones are doper.
I prefer the other color. Yeah. So I hit on the other color on the Union raffle as well. And then of course Clark had held me down and got me the pack, both colors before that. So now I got two pairs of the yellow colorway. But yeah, I'm gonna keep them all, man. I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna wear one pair of the yellow and one pair of the taupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still undecided. I'm still undecided. I don't know if I'm gonna sell them.
I don't think you should sell them.
They might grow on me.
I think they're gonna grow on you, bro.
I think you should just chill and enjoy them.
Yeah. And also, if you're gonna sell them, you might as well just wait, because if you do really want to sell them, I think the price will go up at some point.
I think the price is definitely gonna go up.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Now I've seen people wear them a lot, which kind of means that I don't want them personally, but I like them a lot. Which is the Salehi Bembury, the last pair of New Balance he put out.
Yeah.
Was that kind of
green ones?
Aqua green color. I'm seeing a lot of people with them though, which means I don't really. I mean, I like the color, but I'm just like, too many niggas got them, right? So cool.
Everybody got them. And everybody's posting that they got them too.
Yeah, I wore them for the last 2 days.
They wearing them though too. I'm seeing them in the streets, right?
Yeah.
But Joe Freshgood's got a 990 V3.
Yeah.
He basically, there's been many images of the shoe in different colors, sort of like.
He had him on at Scooty's party too. When he was here in town.
I didn't even know he was there. Oh, that's nice. And so he actually released some of the official images. What is that? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Of the boxing, and you know what I'm saying. He's in a good place. When you look at the comments, you see all the homies. Yo, those are dope. You about to jump off? Blah blah blah. I'm like, I know y'all, man. You can't be this thirsty in publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
that's
maybe it's
that's why Adrian
could be some sort of support, maybe.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jerome?
So that's why Adrian don't post on Instagram. Everybody probably run his comments up crazy.
Oh hell yeah!
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, undefeated dunks about to come out, and then you see everybody like those are fire, and you know they're like blowing up his phone.
Oh yeah, of course. And you know what's so funny about? You know what? I had to check somebody. This is a few years ago. Somebody that all three of us know. Adrian has sent me a pair of sneakers, and the dude commented like, I was like, "Yo, Adrian, what, you forgot me?" or something along those lines. And I was like, what kind of hater shit is this? Like,
yeah, of course.
Why are you mad that I got a pair and you didn't?
I think I remember that interaction. I think I do.
I do too. I think
it's somebody we all know, man.
I
had to check him. I had to check dude, and I'm like, bro, you making it hot? Like, it's some hater shit that you're pulling right now. Just relax.
That shoe shit brings the ugly out of people.
Yeah,
you know
like it doesn't need to be like that.
It's envy,
I don't be
man.
giving a fuck, yo.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Eddie, you're a rare breed in that respect. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't be giving a fuck.
I see it all the time, man. Niggas get in their feelings about them sneakers, you know.
Yeah.
So
listen,
I don't care.
I just feel like there's more important things. You know what I'm saying? And like sneakers are incredible. They're dope. And if you position yourself to get a lot of stuff, cool. But if you're in a position where you know you're gonna feel some kind of way, then you shouldn't play that game. You know.
Also, if you really want something, to fucking buy them, man.
Go buy
support
them.
people, man.
But again,
go buy them.
It's not about going to buy them. It's about feeling important enough for somebody to.
Man, that shit shit's for the birds, man.
Never have to rely on anyone else.
But bro, it's all about ego. This is shit we learned as kids. You know what I'm saying? It's all about ego and self-worth and entitlement and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Buy your own shit, yo. I'd rather buy my own shit.
Yeah, listen, I don't have to tell anybody anything.
I'd rather buy nothing. You feel me? Because that's
you know what? I'd rather buy nothing too. Unfortunately, I kind of want to buy everything.
Any shoe that I want, if I can, you know what I'm saying, I just want to buy them. Like, who cares?
But that being said, I'm a very big fan of these Joe Freshgood 990s. I can't wait till they drop. I think they're going to be a little bit more available than the last pair, which was it dropped last year in Chicago at All-Star Weekend, and they only dropped at Joe Freshgoods.
What do the new ones look like?
Yo, you seen the Bodega pair?
Are those are like not 990s,
brownish?
Though, are they?
No, they're 990s too. They're kind of like brownish, but they got hints of color in them, which to me makes them a million times better than the Bodega pair, which I don't really fuck with for some reason. I'm good on those, but
I'm good on brown New Balance. I'm good on them.
Yeah, I mean it's a interesting sort of play.
That's the Joe Freshgoods ones.
yeah,
If you're watching the podcast,
I'm good on those.
If you're watching the podcast,
I really like them. I like these a lot.
Just to be honest, I'm good on those. Those look like they.
Yeah, no.
If they weren't Joe Freshgoods, they'd be on the sale rack. If you asking me.
Okay. Yeah, no, these are fire to me. I'm gonna grab a pair.
But that's not. I might not be able to get it. I might not be able to get a good look at it just from that card you were flashing in the camera. But
listen, I think when you see them, you're gonna fuck with them because when I saw them on his feet in a couple of weeks ago, you know, I already liked them from pictures, but seeing them on his feet, you know, it definitely made me feel some kind of way. I was like, yo, this is a fire. I need
listen,
to get
man, it's a beautiful thing just to have relationships and for people to just put you in positions to still buy, because you still got to spend the money, right? Things aren't necessarily being given away for free, so people, I think, forget that. And like, you know, like I said, there's a lot of ego involved, and people's just feelings about shit when they were fucking 7 gets in the way when they're 39. You know what I mean? So
relax.
Shout out to you gotta relax. It's only shoes. Nobody gets everything. Abdul gets a lot, but nobody gets everything.
There's a lot I don't get.
But that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
So people have to keep things in perspective. Like,
be happy.
And you pay for all that shit too. Like,
and there's a lot going on in this world, especially a lot of the shit we talked about earlier in the podcast might be more important. You know what I'm saying? If you can help with that. But it doesn't hurt to have a fresh pair of gear, you know, fresh pair of sneakers when you come to Dollar Nicky. Because Dollar Nicky finna crack tomorrow.
Yeah, come through.
Yeah,
I might have to wear my museum filas, man. We should listen. Black owned, man. Quick. Support our guys.
So
coming up July 17th.
We're gonna talk about it in 2 ways. Number one,
let's talk about it.
We first of all want to give our proper respects to the Diet Start Monday team, right? Because they definitely did drop they're black owned.
Yes.
And they did drop a sneaker a few years ago.
Yes.
DC Shoes collaboration.
DC Shoes collaboration. So
a Puma.
So we don't want to overlook their efforts. They were definitely,
of course, shout out to them.
And a slide if you want to count that as a shoe also.
So the museum is obviously we've interviewed the museum, 3 of the founding members, but the museum is a menswear, streetwear, urban wear store based here in DC. 3 people who, I mean, there's Experience, who and Eddie they go back many years, and then there's Muhammad and Greg, who obviously we all go back with many years.
Yep.
And they basically are about to drop.
Are there any other members who of
Trey from UCB, I believe,
and
is there.
and Sauce maybe?
I think Sauce.
And
one more other guy.
Clayton. Clayton is supposedly the creative director. Clayton's my man. We met at what was it, DTLR on 14th Street? Is that what used to be on 14th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was on 14th.
So we met standing in a line at 7 o'clock in the morning many years ago. That's my man. So, so they have a Fila, I believe, is it the Tennis 88? That's the actual
Tennis 88 classic.
Tennis 88 sneaker. So it drops this Saturday, July 17th.
Is that this Saturday? Yeah, it is this Saturday.
It's this Saturday. 500 pair, I believe. I would not be surprised if the line is down to South Dakota. Like, this shit is about to be.
Listen to me.
Is about to be crazy. So
motherfuckers are going crazy for them.
They're going crazy now. I've seen both the shoe and I've seen they also have an apparel line. Oof. I believe there's 17 pieces is what he
with Fila.
Yes.
So
that's lit.
Muhammad stopped by the shop. He gave Omar his shoes. He was supposed to come back and give me and Mitch our shoes, but he didn't do that. I'm a little salty. But
he told me he got y'all.
But he had some of the pieces on.
Yeah.
Yo, the shit looks amazing.
Listen to me.
It looks really good. I think people need to look at this as a watershed moment for DC. And just the importance of it. I hope every single piece flies out. Every single piece should fly out.
I think so.
100% they will sell out.
They've got pillows. They said the pillows do really well for them. So they've got some new pillows. They've got some kids pieces, some men's pieces, some women's pieces. Like, museum gets the job done. And museums only open like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And they only be open for like 5 hours a day.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah, and it should be selling out.
11 to 5. 11 to 4. Like, yo, come and get it or don't. It's up to you.
Or
you don't have to. Other people are going to come through. We're good.
Come and get it or see us in 3 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it.
So, Muhammad pulled up on us, man, and just explained some of their next moves, too.
Listen, that kid he might be one of the smartest people I know.
He's sharp with it. Muhammad is
sharp. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Shout out to Muhammad, man.
One of the things about the museum that I definitely appreciate, and we've talked about it, we've joked about it, is they're also not afraid to live their lives, though, right? You catch them all on the gram. They are everywhere that you want to be.
Yeah.
And now it's like, they're really enjoying you seeing them come up. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I was DJing just 2 years ago, when I was DJing the Redskins games, it was the fall. Every week you would see somebody in a museum Washington football team colored sweatsuit. Every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now
multiple people,
right? In multiple different fits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they've grown into a fila collab. He said he told me about the next collab.
Oof.
The next collab is going to
Listen,
be
one day when we do the show live from the show, when we do our podcast live from the store, we're going to have them talk about that. That next collab.
That next collab is problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, it's problem.
So, shout out to the museum. Also, real quick, before we move on to the TV portion, shout out to, again, our guy, Uncle Scooty and Ian Ican Calendar. They are the purveyors and the owners of Sandlot, Sandlot Georgetown, and Sandlot Southeast. I just DJ'd the grand opening finale of Sandlot Tyson's out in McLean, Virginia. So it's actually you're not really that close to the mall. You're closer to Tyson's 2 than you are to Tyson's 1.
Got it.
But there's this new development called the Borough, which is just off in the cut by Tyson's 2. And there's actually a Whole Foods there. So you know that they're about to make something ill happen.
That's cracking over there.
Right. So they had this is past Sunday, 6 to 9, they had Black Alley come out and play.
Okay.
Full on cracking. 300 people watching these people play. We're in a parking lot.
Black people or were there any white people?
The black people were the band's following and Ian and Scooty's following.
Mm-hmm.
But the white people and the Asians that lived in the neighborhood and a lot of Indian people as well.
They came out
and they were supporting. They were dancing. They were they brought out chairs and were
dancing with no rhythm.
None at all.
Respect.
That's all right.
It's bad. But
they're still having fun though.
The positive energy of the entire experience was second to none. I was very happy to be a part of it. I need to get paid still. And
pay this man.
And you know what I'm saying? But it was dope. So shout out to Ian Scooty, man.
We go send them the Venmo request.
Sandlot, they got about 3 more Sandlots on deck.
That's
amazing.
What I mean?
So hopefully
motherfuckers built a franchise. I love it.
If they can make this Sandlot pop off, though, then they're gonna be. This is the one because it's a little different.
You talk about Tyson's?
Yeah, it's a little different than the rest of them. It's gonna take some work to get folks out there.
There's folks out there already, though.
But what I'm saying is like they don't have a liquor license, right? So you have to go to the restaurants that are only 100 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get to go liquor and then come back and sit outside at the function.
That's a problem.
A lot of the polls, it's not a problem. It's a different challenge. We'll call it a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you have to get creative with your marketing. They had like a car show. They have a whole parking lot that they can do whatever. If they want to do a festival in the parking lot, they can do it.
Is it BYOB? You can like bring a bottle of wine and sit down.
Everything is BYOB. You get out there and do
okay, so that's cool.
Somehow
we might have to set up a party there.
Somehow the way that it's cookout all day. Somehow the way that it's where it is in Virginia, it sits up. So when the wind comes through, it's just a nice breeze, sunsets. Shit's amazing.
All right, listen. Shout out to them dudes.
Shout out to them. We're at the point of the show where we're 90 minutes in. We're gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Oh, this is a long episode. Okay,
it's a good one though. It's
a good one. It's all pure fire content. Yo, I watched this movie on Showtime called Run This Town. If you guys remember Rob Ford, who was the mayor of Toronto, the dude who was doing crack and doing drugs and acting.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? So there's this movie about him and his special assistant who was kind of helping cover up all his shit while he was wilding out. Um, Pretty good. I didn't know a whole lot about this dude, but the movie was done well, and it's kind of based on real facts, and he was on some other shit. Like it wasn't just the drugs; it was the sexual assaults and shit like that. A lot of stuff I didn't even know. I didn't know that he was, mistreating women in his office and just like violating all kinds of shit. So um, check that out. Run This Town. Other than that, I went back and I watched a whole bunch of like old movies on HBO, Showtime, and Stars. I watched Moneyball. Do you remember that Moneyball with Brad Pitt
I remember.
and the fat guy? What's his name? Uh,
I don't remember.
Jonah Hill.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So Moneyball was about the baseball shit based on a true story, the Oakland days when they were completely losing, and then they started getting players based on analytics and how they were doing. So like they didn't have to be the greatest players, but as long as you got on base, they kind of followed some like formula that.
It was like algorithm and stats. And
Yeah, they were
introduced
based on.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were your Instagram analytics before all this. So Moneyball was really good. I watched that. I watched this movie called The Manchurian Candidate, which I'd seen when it first came
Oh, I
out
saw that back in the day.
with Denzel.
Yep.
It's a remake. I think Jerome, you got to come a little bit closer. I can't hear
My
anything. you're
bad.
saying.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah. But Manchurian Candidate. So all these movies are on demand, man. If you have HBO or Showtime, you can check that out. I caught up on Flatbush Misdemeanors, which is also a 30-minute show that's on Showtime. If you haven't
What's that?
seen, it's about two friends, one black, one white, who are growing up. Well, they live together in Flatbush. The white dude is a teacher, and the black dude is like an artist trying to make it, and he's living with his boy, and just the shit that they go through, and it's actually a pretty good show, and it's very well written and funny. Um, yeah, so check that out. But yeah, that's all I got, man. It wasn't a whole lot of TV this past week.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we're I haven't listened to no new music. I'm still on Tyler and Vince Staples put an album out. It's pretty good. It's short. It's about 22 minutes. Some great storytelling there. What else is new? No new music. I've been DJing a lot, so I'm very very interested in that. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy on the music front. I feel like what I'm saying. I feel like there's just there's a lot of music coming out. You got to just take your time with it. So, what's a podcast? Episode 122. We are very, very grateful. We had a great episode, man. 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Covered a lot. Again, man, pay attention to what's going on in Cuba. Pay attention to what's going on in the States, man. Texas, all the Democrats left the state to try to stop the voting rights BS from happening. The governor threatened to lock up all the Democratic people in their situations. So, we'll just stay on top of things, man. What's the podcast? We're on top of things.
Yeah.
And if money don't stop calling me, and what I mean, we're just gonna continue to be successful and knock it out. So, shout out to all the available hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
Yo.
Eddie will be back with a proper setup next week for show. He about to run it up at the Apple Store. Shout out
No doubt.
Don't Charge Abdul.
Yes, sir. Shout
DJ
out to
Drum
Silent
Banger
Tom.
Yeah, Silent Tom for sure. Hold it down.
Yeah.
Drum Banger the Third, episode 122. Be safe in those streets, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.